Hey YouTube, I'm sorry I'm not that loud right now because I am currently at my boyfriend's work. I'm kind of stowing here, and I know that I said on my previous YouTube channel, video, that I have 2 videos for the season finale of Once Upon a Time on my phone. But my phone decided to be a butt, and, well, technically it was also my fault, because I accidentally deleted them both. So I'm re-recording. This is my reaction rant on Once Upon a Time Season 4, season finale. So it's the season finale of Season 4, which is episodes 22 and 23, and it's called Operation Mongoose. So let's get into that, because I'm mind-boggled at how many WTF moments there are. Because, first off, let's talk about the author. The author, he's like one of those guys you want to punch in the face, because, first off, he's helping Rumpelstiltskin, and he makes this new book called Heroes and Villains, which I will admit, sorry, I'm getting tangled here with wires, but anyway, I will admit the book, it's an interesting concept, you know. I'm pretty sure a lot of kids, even like in my generation, were wondering what would have happened if villains, like the good guys were villains and the villains were good guys, you know. I'm pretty sure some of us had that thought over time, and pretty much stresses here in this episode, which is interesting. And I thought it was freaking crazy when Henry was like the only one who woke up after everyone else pretty much gets transferred over to the Heroes and Villains books, which I'm not surprised, because pretty much everybody in Storybook, with the exception of the author, Isaac, and Henry, everybody else in Storybook was born in the Enchanted Forest, so I'm not surprised, including Emma, if you guys didn't notice. So I'm not surprised that they all ended up there in the book. But the fact that Isaac pretty much broke code, and he's like, you know what, I'm going to get fame and fortune, so I'm going to write it down, pretty much shows you what a punk he was, because he used his powers for personal gain, which I'm not surprised he ended up losing his powers for that, because, let's face it, you know, the whole magic comes with a price thing. I am not surprised that I'm not surprised that losing your powers for example, if you use it for personal gain, I'm not surprised that the cost of that would be losing that power, because, let's face it, that's reality right there. There's always something with a price. And let's talk about, like, considering the season finale, season 4 of Once Upon a Time was in 2 parts, Operation Mongoose Part 1 and Part 2. In Part 1, I remember, you actually see for the first time Snow White as the evil queen. Wow, I've never thought I would picture Snow freaking White as evil. And it's like, when you see this, it's like, you've seen the classical Disney one where she's all cute and adorable, and apparently the youngest Disney princess in the Disney line. And we've even seen her in we've seen different variations of Snow White. Hell, we even seen Kristen Stewart, the girl who played Bella from Twilight. We even seen her play like her own interpretation of Snow White, and in that one, she's a bit of a badass, you know. She's more like a warrior princess, you know what I mean? Because she fights. But all in all, no matter how many variations of Snow White we saw, we have never seen Snow White as evil. And to see her as evil, and the fact that she's holding Charming's heart, and the fact that we see... Was he there? I don't know if it was in Part 1 or Part 2, but we get to see Prince Charming as, like, the huntsman, basically, because the huntsman always did the bidding for the evil queen. Regina had the huntsman's heart too, just like in the season finale. And what a twist on Snow White and Prince Charming's story. Like, the fact that the author rewrote it to the fact where not only is Snow White the evil queen, she has Charming as pretty much her slave replacement, you know, only because apparently in this story she was in love with Charming's twin, Prince James, and he's dead. So that's an interesting twist. I give props to Edward and Adam for that one, because that was fascinating to me. I really thought that was an interesting plot twist on that one. And not to mention the fact that I know that in the real world, Zelena is pregnant with Robin Hood's baby only because she disguised herself as Marion and he didn't know it was Zelena. Like, ew. But, to put also that little twist that they're getting married in the Heroes and Villains book. Good job, guys. What a way to put them together. But, the ending of part 1, when they find out that from Regina, who is like pretty much Snow White and Regina pretty much switched lives, you know. But like seeing Snow White version of Regina was pretty badass. But we find out from Regina that Emma was captured and pretty much held in a tower by evil Queen Snow White. It kind of reminded me of Rapunzel, I'm not gonna lie. She's like locked in a tower and all that shit. I was like, what? And she's blonde too, which makes it even better. But like, I know that once upon a time, Rapunzel wasn't blonde or anything like that, but you know what I mean. So we're gonna go to the part 2 of Operation Mongoose. This cool part is the fact that Henry runs into Hook because he wants to try to get to the tower because it's on the island apparently. And it's such a... I'm not surprised that Gold made the author... There was either two things that was going to happen to Hook, you know, since considering that the author and Gold were working together. I had a weird feeling that Hook was going to tell the author to either kill Hook off somehow or make him miserable, you know. And the fact that Hook, I knew for a fact this was Gold's idea because we all know Hook and Gold's history when they first met, when, you know, Gold's trying to get his wife back. Hook made fun of Gold for being like a coward. You guys remember that, right? And the fact that in this new book, Heroes and Villains, Hook is the coward. So I have a feeling that Gold had something to do with that. It's either make him the coward or kill him off. Either way, Rumpelstiltskin's gonna do something to Hook. But I could not see Rumpelstiltskin as a hero, even though like he's no longer the dark one in the Heroes and Villains book and everything. It just seems so wrong, you know what I mean? But then again, we all know that he's a villain. I bet you from an outsider point of view, he'd be like, maybe, but there's something off about him. But since we all know Rumpelstiltskin's history, we're like, no, he can't pull off the hero crap. I'm sorry, he can't. But like, I think by far my favorite part of part 2 was the fact that instead of like Regina stopping the marriage between Robin Hood and Zelena, she actually jumps in front of Henry and takes the hit that Rumpelstiltskin's gonna like. Rumpelstiltskin was about to fight was about to fight Henry and like pretty much slash him, and Regina jumps in, and that was heroic. Props to Regina, like total respect. I always love Regina mainly because she gets screwed over the most, and it sucks for her, and I feel for her, you know. And the fact that she risked, you know, trying to get her happy ending to protect this kid, like in that book, she had no idea who this kid was. All he heard from the kid was, hey, I'm your adopted son, and she doesn't believe that, right? But the fact that she still protected him while risking her own happiness, I mean, sorry, felt something on my neck. Anyway, that was badass. But can we establish the whole Captain Swan followers out there in the world? This was a badass episode for them, especially part 2, which is episode 23. We got a lot of Hook and Emma moments, especially when, you know, Henry and Hook go to the tower and rescue Emma, and, you know, the first meeting, you know, when Emma runs into Hook, but Hook has no idea who she is, right? Because, you know, but it's like you can even tell when they first meet, Hook is like, oh my god, she's beautiful, oh my god, and all that stuff. It is so corny and adorable. And let's not forget when they actually work together on the ship when they're leaving the island, because the one guard in the tower just happens to be Maleficent's daughter Lily, and she's coming at him in dragon form, and they work together on the ship, which is pretty cool. They like have a moment there too. But can we establish that the sexual tension moment they had when they were docked? I don't know where they were, but they were docked somewhere, and Emma was teaching Hook how to fight with a sword. That sexual tension, Captain Swan followers all over the world are gonna agree with me, that was freaking hot. Because even I thought that was hot. I was like, oh. But then again, I am a Captain Swan follower, so of course. But like, that sexual tension was amazing, and what happened afterwards broke my heart, because I literally thought they killed off Hook. Because when, you know, Snow White and Charming, along with Lily, because Lily led them there, and it's like, it's freaking crazy, because, in all honesty, I was in shock. And I'm kind of running out of time. I'll pick this up in part 2, okay? I just realized my time right now. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye, YouTube.